on their throne. After some time, Govinda III's wife gave birth to a son along the bank of the Narmada river. This son was named as Amoghavarsha and was destined to become the greatest empire of Rashtrakuta lineage. His rule lasted 62 years and mostly peaceful, and is among the longest recorded monarchical rule in the world history. Amoghavarsha came to power at just 14-year-old, as he was under the guardianship of his loyal until he was old enough and skilled enough to handle royal affairs on his own. In early years of Amoghavarsha, the empire was in unstable conditions for every period of time due to feudatory revolts, but Amoghavarsha managed to turn things around. Thus, by 821 CE, Amoghavarsha had established a stable empire, and he ruled under relative peace until 877 CE. Notably, Amoghavarsha was less interested in northern war of expansion. His rule can be rightly described as the golden age of economic prosperity, cultural progress, and diplomatic influence. First, he moved his capital to Manyakheta, and he was said to have built a city so huge that it seemed to have derived from ancient history. The Arab traveler Suleiman wrote that Amoghavarsha maintained religious harmony in his empire. Amoghavarsha was a Jain, which is school of thought under Sanatan Dharma. During his rule, Jain ideology began to flourish throughout the Deccan region. Many grand temples were built during his period, and in fact, some of these temples are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Scholars, writers, poets were patronized by Amoghavarsha, but especially those writing in Kannada language. Many of the most famous Indian scholars of the era lived and worked under him. Amoghavarsha I wrote the earliest extant literary work in Kannada, the Kavirajamarga. He even wrote a religious work in the Sanskrit language. Towards the end of his life, it is believed that Amoghavarsha abandoned his throne to pursue religious interests. The next 100 years of Rashtrakuta were mostly a repeat of frequent conflicts and military aggressions. Rashtrakuta Emperor Indra III, between 914 CE to 929 CE, took the throne and immediately set about preparing campaign to Kannauj after sensing weakness among Prithiyaras, who were experiencing internal conflicts due to family disputes. Indra III successfully took Kannauj, which remained in Rashtrakuta's hand until 930 CE. After a series of short-lived emperor, Krishna III ascended to throne in 939 CE. As the last able monarch of the Rashtrakuta dynasty, the Rashtrakuta under Krishna III reached their maximum territorial extent, expanding their influence from Sri Lanka in the south to the Himalaya in the north, and gaining the direct access to both western and eastern seas. But Krishna III made one mistake, gifting a large territory in the heart of empire to one of his best commanders, Thailopa II, a man who had an ancient blood claim to the throne. In the end, by 973 CE, the collapse of Rashtrakuta dynasty took place.